Okay, so today's project is the brakes. I pulled out of the garage the other day and the car didn't want to roll backwards, you know. It took quite a bit of effort for it to roll backwards. And as it turned out, this brake drum was locked up tight as a drum. What you hear now is a brake shoe on the other side. I don't know why it was locked up, but this was caked with oily brake dust. I mean, caked, thick bunches. I had to go out there and use quite a bit of brake clean to get it off and clean it up. And I'm just wondering if this, you see how it gets kind of nasty looking there? It's got quite a buildup. I didn't get the brake clean up on the top covered. It doesn't have any, I don't see any active like dripping coming out from around this seal. I don't know if I would. I don't know where it would come out. Maybe come out from around this here too, because there's got to be a piston or something. I guess this is the piston side, and that's the. No, I guess it wouldn't come out. I think the whole thing, the whole mechanism slides back and forth. Here's another problem I have to deal with at some point. See how wet looking, oily it is right here. Well, if you can't here, let me show you. Okay, very oily, and I think it's because this strut is very oily. Shouldn't be that shiny like that. And I think the oil is coming down here. Yeah, you can see that. So the oil is coming down on this strut tube. I don't know if there's any way that that oil could possibly accumulate into this strut receiver down here. And I don't think it works that way. Yeah, this is just like one solid piece if I remember right. That doesn't come out. It's not like the steering thing. Anyway, is there any way that this oil could somehow work its way? You can see it's just everywhere. It just, God almighty, that's bad. Anyway, I don't think it could get back into the brake assembly. Let me see if I can get it up in here. I don't know if you can see that. So, anyway, the goal here is going to be to, I'm going to pull on the emergency brake a few times, have my helper do that. I want to see these brake shoes expand and contract by this spring. Should pull them back in, I'm assuming. I don't know why it'd be locked up. This thing here should be working fine. It's the automatic adjuster. If anything, I would think it just not tighten them. So anyway, I'll take this apart. I'm probably going to pull this cylinder out and go ahead and replace those seals, because the one on the other side looks much better. It looks totally, you know, doesn't have any grime on it at all. A little bit of dust, but none of this greasy stuff like this. But I mean, it was caked up here or solid. You couldn't even hardly see this aluminum piece. Unfortunately, this is the kind of brake drum that has the wheel cylinder / brake adjuster built into the bottom. I think the later models had the brake cylinder up here. It was a lot cheaper and easier to get. Anyway, I know I'm going to have to deal with the strut. I'll probably just unbolt the half shaft, take all this out, replace that, and put a new cart in there, a new cartridge. I tried to rebuild it. The piston part was a little bit pitted, and I was afraid that I wouldn't get a good seal around that pitting. The chrome had pitted, and it's, you know, I'm sure that's what's going on. It's leaking out, so I'm going to have to replace it. I've got some good non-gas charged cartridges I plan on putting in here. The fronts are great, so there's no oil leaks at all in the front, and actually the one on the other side is good shape too. But I wouldn't just do one side, so both these will have to come out. You unbolt it from there and spring compressor, take it out, you know, put the cartridge in, put it all back together. But for now, for today, I'm just more interested in getting these brakes. So I wanted to document how these would go together. So there's a covering part on the spring. It goes towards the rear, as you can see. This is pretty standard stuff. The bottom spring doesn't seem to have a front and back. And we'll try it out. More after I get it all apart. Thanks for watching.